Hello, it's Debs here. Welcome back to Supernatural Living. Today I'm going to talk to you about something that you almost certainly know about how the universe works, but you are not taking full advantage of it. You're not really doubling down on this and getting the full impact on your life of this. But before I dive in and share what it is and share some secrets or some stuff about it with you, if you like my videos, do drop me a like. If you're not subscribed, subscribe. This really helps me. It really helps me grow my YouTube channel. It really helps me get this message out there. So let's dive in. What is it about the universe that you likely know, almost certainly know, and probably don't fully understand and probably don't fully take advantage of? So the way that the universe works, and this has been said in so many ways in so many different texts, ancient texts, modern philosophers, all of them say this in various different ways, in so many ways. What you give is what you get. In the Bible it says, do unto others as you would have them do unto you. Purely because of that, because who you are being is how the world is going to present itself back to you. That's how it works. The world out there is a mirror image of what's going on in here. It says, as above, so below. These two things are the same. Who you are being internally has a direct impact on what is going to happen to you out in the world. So if you are inside, if there is some discomfort, if you are living in fear, if you take action from fear, if you are in anxiety all the time, if you are scrunched up and contracted inside of you, that is absolutely going to be impacting the experience, what is actually happening. You are an integral part of the creation of the outside world. So how do you take advantage of knowing this? How do you change that? You know, if inside you aren't the person that you really want to be, how do you do that? How do you change that? Well, quite frankly, it is a practice. It is something, it's not a once and done. This is an ongoing thing. We have to continue to come back to this. And the first thing to do is acknowledge that this is how creation works. This is how the world works. So the first thing to do is to notice that is what is going on, to really become aware of who you are being inside of you, in those places that you don't show other people what's going on. You know, what goes on inside of you? Is it really nice and kind and friendly? Or is it, you know, are you uncomfortable inside? Do you come from fear a lot? Do you have a lot of disagreements going on inside you? So the first thing to do is to really notice that, to become aware of who it is you are being. And the one thing that I will absolutely tell you is our lives do not lie. So if there is something going on out there, there will be some kind of reflection of it in here. And if you are in a place where you are willing and ready to change that, just being willing and ready to change it is the first huge step. So at the moment, I'm in the middle of a 21-day challenge. And this challenge is, there is a saying, you can't outgive the universe. So the way that the universe works is whatever you give, you get, and you cannot outgive the universe. So whatever it is you give, you're going to get that back in abundance. So at the moment, as I said, I'm in the middle of a 21-day challenge to play the game of trying to outgive the universe, just for the pure joy of seeing what comes back when we just step into a place of giving, just to see what happens, just to play with this. And it's playing with this law, and that's what it is. It is a law. What you give out, you get back. So if you play the game of trying to outgive the universe, you will know what it is you are giving by what it is you are getting back from the universe. There will never be any mistakes. It's a law, in the same way that gravity is a law, in the same way that fire will burn you every time you put your hand into it. every time you give something out, how you show up in the world, what you give out will come back to you in some way or another. So if you are not getting from the universe, if you are going about your life and what you are getting from the universe isn't what you want, there is some cleaning up to be done. As I said, this is a practice. There is some internal cleaning up to be done. And the first thing as I said, the first thing is to begin to notice. When you come from fear, when you're not in a nice state of mind. And then the next thing that we need to do is to let go of the thinking that is behind that feeling, to let it go. So it's a whole different thing when you are in a feeling, when you have something, to resist it and push against it and argue with it, or to say, I can't think that, I mustn't think that. Letting go of it is much more, you can feel this is energetically, it's letting go is releasing, breathing. Whereas I can't think that, I mustn't think that, I must push that down, I must ignore it. There's a very different energy to that. So it is very much a letting go of any thought that feels uncomfortable, the uncomfortable feeling, letting go of it. And then looking towards the solution that it is that you want, or looking towards what do you know to be true? Looking towards what you do want rather than what you don't want. And what looking towards what you do want, what this does is it changes your energy. And if we go back to this law that pretty much everybody knows but doesn't take advantage of, is we know that what we give out, we get back. So if we let go of this fear, if we let go of this thinking that is troubling our mind, that is bothering us, that we are worrying about, if we can let go of that, we energetically become a match automatically for what it is we do want in the world. And that is the energy that we give out. When we have moved out of fear and stress and anxiety and all of those things, when we have let them go, we automatically move to become an energetic match for all of the things that we do want. And that's what we don't take advantage of. What we tend to do is stay in our heads and try and worry our way out of this situation, try and talk our way out of it, try and justify why we are being why we are, judge ourselves, judge other people, stay in this mucky, horrible mess internally, and then wonder why the world still keeps reflecting this back to us. So to take advantage of this, it is looking at who is it you are being inside you and letting go anything that goes against who it is you want to be and what it is you want, and stepping into peace of mind, because that is going to project out into the world exactly what you do want. That's what you're going to be giving to the universe. That's what you are going to be giving out, and what you give, you are going to get back in abundance. So if you have any questions, I would love to know what you think about that, guys. I'd love to know what you're hearing in that. I'd love to know what's helpful, and I would love to know what you have questions about. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. I'll be back again with a barn update and more of these supernatural living videos very, very soon. Take care. Have a great day.